on it, and it actually referred us back to Congress. Well, you can bet that Pelosi and the other members of Congress on the Italy junket weren't sleeping on cots, but freshman Republican Congressman Jason Chaffetz sure is.
I will save about $1,500 a month for our family by doing this. And I got a wife, I got 3 kids.
And he's famously frugal for literally sleeping in his office. He's also giving us a behind-the-scenes look at life in Washington with his video postings on CNN.com. Congressman Chaffetz is in his home of Salt Lake City today, joining us live. Good to see you, Congressman.
Hey, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. And of course, with the developing news today, I've got to ask you about your House Speaker. I mean, I'm assuming that she's not sleeping on cots anywhere. You might be the Lone Ranger on this one.
No, I've been eating SpaghettiOs. I wasn't able to go on the trip to have, tea in Europe. And so, yeah, I understand the speaker is not going to sit on a middle seat like I do, fly, on a Delta flight to Italy. And there are security concerns. But at the same time, this country is $12 trillion in debt. $12 trillion. I don't know that we can continue to jet off to Europe. We have got to learn to do more with less. And if that means SpaghettiOs for House members, hey, I'll open the can for them.
Well, so let me ask you this, Congressman. The Obama administration is all about transparency, capping paychecks to political types, yet we find out about this trip to Italy now. Do you think Pelosi, Congress, you, the Obama administration are all on the same page when it comes to, hey, we got to really watch what we do. We're in an economic crisis, and we, the politicians, are in charge of doing something about it. And at the same time, we have to really watch what we do.
No, we're not on the same page. My concern is that the rhetoric is there, but the action is not there. We're not walking the walk. And you can only be accountable for yourself. I hope the taxpayers will hold people accountable and go back and look. There are very justifiable trips, but Herbie Hancock in India? I mean, come on.
Well, and I was looking at your behind-the-scenes video that you've shot, and this one little moment caught my attention. Let's go ahead and listen.
We got some members of Congress here. It's a nice dinner. We're going to have to go back to that burger place to get some hamburger, cheeseburger and fries after this. Maybe even throw in a milkshake. That just ain't going to cut it.
So here you are at this lavish dinner on the Hill, and you're thinking, no, I got to go back for the hamburger. I'm wondering if maybe you should take Pelosi with you to the, Five Guys Burger or whatever the name of that place is.
Hey, yeah, Five Guys Burgers and Fries. I'll take the Speaker. Madam Speaker, this is my official invitation. I've got several Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Let's get a cheeseburger.
Well, let me tell you, why take on this project? Why, and also, too, how transparent will you be able to be as you take this camera and you shoot behind the scenes?
I try to give people an insight. I think Washington, for a lot of people, seems so far, so distant. People are totally out of touch, and I want to just do everything I can to be as open and transparent, let them know what's happening not only on the legislative side, but behind the scenes in the deal-making and what really goes on. And so far, it's been great. I'm glad CNN's doing it. I think it's a fun project.
And let me ask you, too, if you don't mind, Congressman, you heard Drew Griffin say we have to wait 60 days to be able to see these expense reports that have been filed. Tell me about limitations with regard to trips like this. Are there any? Is there a manual that you guys get that you can only spend a certain amount of taxpayer dollars on certain hotels? Or is it really up to each individual representative?
Well, we're given an individual budget. Congressman, in my case, has about a $1.4 million budget. That's for payroll and travel and paper and photocopies. I mean, anything the phones, anything you can think of. But these CODELs, as they call them, the congressional delegation trips, those are put together through the committees. And like I said, there's some real value in doing those. If you're going to be voting and creating public policy on certain things, to go visit the border, for instance, that makes a lot of sense. It's the opulence, it's the duplicity of jetting off to Europe to have tea that I think infuriates Americans. So we got to find the right balance. But these records should be available online. Right now, the reporter is right. You have to go down to the basement and literally get a hard copy. My guess is that's more expensive than just putting them online, and Congress should change that.
Congressman Jason Chaffetz, look forward to more of your behind-the-scenes video. I know we're going to check in with you on a regular basis, and I can't wait to talk to you in about 10 years to see if you're still being this frugal.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Congressman, thanks.
Thanks.
Well, fast food restaurants may be risky business. A new